Hi, Aquarius. Peace and love to all of my Aquarians out there. Sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius. This is your message. Excuse me. Let me just go and get some water. I've been talking all day. Well, every time I get to y'all, I got to do this. This is your message for Cancer season. Dear Aquarius, I am Tonya, Ankhi, my aunt, Poole, and it is my pleasure to bring you some words of wisdom and some insight for Cancer season. We are all in Cancer season, so no matter what your sun sign is, dear Aquarius, you are a Cancer as well. And Cancer is somewhere in your birth chart. And so this is the time to really tap into the wisdom and guidance that Cancer has for us. I will have an extended to this message, which will include an oracle message. So I'll share more about that in a second. Excuse me. Anyway, dear dear Aquarius, this Cancer season, Cancer is in a place called the sixth house for your sign, Aquarius. Now, you may be an Aquarius who knows your own birth chart, and you might be like, well, Cancer is somewhere else in my birth chart. Well, that's for you personally, which makes your own insight into how Cancer season and that energy may show up in your life. It just makes it more enriching for you. But generally speaking, for Aquarians and especially Aquarius rising, Cancer is in a place called the sixth house. The sixth house in astrology deals with health, physical health and well-being. Yes, there is some emotional and mental part to that because we all know that we are holistic beings. And so how we feel and how we think have an impact on our physical health and well-being. However, generally speaking, the sixth house is a place of physical health. It really looks at your physical body, health and well-being. So how are you eating? How are you exercising? Also, the sixth house deals with your daily habits, which obviously feed into your physical health. You know, Aquarius, y'all can't be detached from your physical well-being, right? And so the sixth house in Cancer season, dear Aquarius, is encouraging you to focus on your health. Simply put, what are your numbers? Where's your sugar levels? What's your blood pressure levels? What's your cholesterol? All those sorts of things. And then look at the things that contribute to that. What are your stress levels? What are you doing every day? Literally, what do you do every day? When you wake up, what do you do? Like if you had a log of everything you did for a day, that might be a challenge to make Aquarians do, but I'm a Virgo, so I like details. So I'm going to encourage y'all to do that. I'm going to encourage y'all to do that maybe for like a few days, as long as y'all can stand it, dear Aquarius, or, for a week or however long. Like really keep a log or a journal of what you do every day. Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. Just maybe at the end of the day, when you just have some quiet time and really just sit down and be like, literally be this detailed. I woke up at whatever time. I ate this for breakfast. I got dressed at this time. I ran errands at this time. When you're done, look at that whole list, even if it's just for a 3-day period, a 7-day period, 1 day, but I definitely encourage at least 3, right? Look at that list and what patterns do you find there? What patterns do you find there and what emotions? Because dear Aquarius, this is Cancer season. And so Cancer being a water sign encourages us all to look at our emotions and our feelings and the emotional capital, emotional energy. So when you got up at 8:45 a.m., how did that make you feel? Did you feel good about that? Did you feel rushed? Did you feel behind your schedule, like the day has already gone on too far? Or do you feel like, wow, this is a great time to wake up? When you ate breakfast and all you had was eggs and bacon, and maybe you wanted eggs, bacon, and waffles. I don't know, right? How did you feel about that? How do you feel about the foods that you're eating every day? But I would break it down: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yep, we'll be in this detail, dear Aquarius. This is for you. How did it make you feel? And especially with food, how did it make you feel physically? So not only did how it make you feel emotionally, but because we're dealing with the sixth house, how did your body feel in the hours after you ate the eggs and the bacon and the waffles? Did you feel good? You felt energized? Did you feel sluggish? Did you feel slow? Did you feel like you were immediately hungry again in an hour? So when you go back and look at this, this is now helping you to see what is perhaps draining you and what is perhaps fulfilling you. You can't see your life when you're just living it. Sometimes you have to stop and be like, oh, this is what I'm doing every day. The sixth house is the house of daily habits, dear Aquarius. So you are encouraged to really, really, really look at your daily habits and how are these habits impacting your health and wellness. And I'm trying to detach myself from you all and sharing this message because I feel so strongly that it is so important for you, dear Aquarians. I don't know why, but I feel so strongly that you really need to do this assignment. Like, really, don't try to change it while you're doing it. They say, like, with writers, don't try to edit while you write. Just live it and then write it down. Then after 3 days or 7 days, go back and review what you read and really look at, how do I feel about this? First of all, how do I feel about this list once it's done? Good, bad, whatever. And then how do I feel about all the individual things that are on the list as a whole? What I ate, the errands that I ran, the time that I gave to friends. You may find that you're spending time with people that really don't fill you up, or you give too much time and energy to other people that then impact how you feel physically. Or you may find that, wow, when I was hanging out with this person, I felt good in my body. I felt good about the time I was spending, right? So again, dear Aquarius, this is the time to look at your actual practical day-to-day habits and ask yourself, how is it actually making you feel? Because if you neglect how it's actually making you feel, there could be things that is because, again, the sixth house is the house of health. It is literally the house of physical health. If you're neglecting how things are actually making you feel, then you're probably neglecting your health in some kind of way, because you're not attuned to how this eating this way impacts my body. Hanging out with these people impacts my physical well-being. Going to these places, fills me up, whereas going to those places depletes me. You're not aware of that. You're just living it until there's a health crisis, until there's something that forces you to stop. Right. And so I feel very strongly for Aquarius, Cancer. The wisdom that Cancer season has for you is really attuning to how people, places, things, food are impacting your health. So that's what we're going to go into the extended. I'm going to pull a card or two for you all. Some of the other signs I've already done, they've had 2 cards. One I pulled, one that flew out. Who knows where this will go? So we're going to look at, actually, let me write this down so I don't forget. Aquarius, because I'm about to record it right now while the energy is hot. How are your daily habits? Daily habits, including food, etc., etc., etc. How they're making you feel. We're going to delve more into that. Because it's in the daily habits. What is the saying? The devil is in the details, right? When you're living by just the glossy, bigger vision, because Aquarius is the visionary. So when you're only living by the vision, you don't see the details that are making up that vision, that are helping or hurting the overall vision that you have for your life. So that's really what we're going to look at. How can your daily habits better help you as opposed to hinder you? Yeah, but please, Aquarius, do that little assignment that I just gave you all. Yeah, and so I'm gonna go ahead and record the extended version to this reading now. You can get access to it at there's a link somewhere with this live video. Go to linktree/the Tonya Poole, and you can get access to the extended version of this message for a very small love offering. You can also get access to my class, Portals to Power. Portals to Power is my class for people who are feeling at the crossroads of their old self, who they used to be, and their greater self, who they're growing and expanding into. And so you can go to Portals to Power, listen to the full course introduction, absolutely free. And then if you feel called to join, then you can join Portals to Power there. All right. So I will see you in the extended, or you will hear me in the extended. It will actually be in audio. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and head over there now. Peace and love.